making AI and robots that enhance human lives. So this also means increasing the amount of dialogue and engagement that we have about the consequences of these robots. How can they be used? And what are the effects on us? Artificial intelligence, robotics, and more generally automation have increased the abundance of our civilization. They bring a lot of efficiencies to manufacturing. They bring utility to the lives of people. And of course, they increase wealth. So one of the things that we have to look at is how our civilization can manage that wealth. How can we handle it? There can potentially be the accumulation of wealth in the hands of the hyper-wealthy. And yet that could potentially destabilize the entirety of the economy if people don't also enjoy that abundance. And so in the United States, we, over the last few years, we've particularly seen this sort of effect. So I think that we have to not just think about how to humanize the machines, but how do we humanize our civilization? How do we make the application and development of these kinds of machines for the betterment of people? Because the machines that I'm making are particularly human-like. And this is done for two reasons. One, it's done as a new kind of art form, a kind of figurative and animated art that uses the media of robotics and artificial intelligence. The other objective is to create a platform for the pursuit of true living machines. There's no machine in the world that's alive. We do have bio-inspired engineering. We have bio-inspired technologies in our Sophia robot, in the skin materials, in the mechanics of the actuation of the facial expressions, the mechanics of the arms, and in the software algorithms. That said, Sophia is not alive, and no machine on the planet is fully alive. But it is a very exciting and promising line of research to pursue machines that are alive, to ask the questions, what would it take for a machine to be alive? For a machine to be caring? For machines to be of, in the shorter term, just simply of greater utility? How do we make algorithms that are more useful for people? How do we add value? So we have these two aspects of Sophia, Sophia as an art form and Sophia as a platform, as a science research platform. My interest is how these things come together. So the kinds of robots that I'm developing take the techniques of the world of the arts and the intentions and creativity of the arts and apply these techniques to make the AI interface more engaging, to inspire people to interact with the AI in ways that they wouldn't if the simulation of life wasn't present. This is a powerful combination where the whole is greater than the mere sum of the parts. So I believe that artificial intelligence and robots without design and art practice are insufficient, especially for interacting with humans. And by creatively applying these principles, we can diversify the ways that AI can be used, the applications, the real world applications in education, in medical therapy applications like autism treatment, in retail and customer service, and the list goes on. So we have barely scratched the surface of potential for what AI and robots could be in our lives, and the way that we open up the bounty of additional benefits is through creative exploration, by braving the world of the unknown. And having a background in arts myself, with an undergraduate degree in film animation and being a professional sculptor as well as a robotics designer at Disney Imagineering before I started working my PhD, I know the power of art. I know the power of these techniques. And if you look at a lot of the other great media, from computer-generated imagery for medical simulation to video games to cinema. It's a fusion of arts and technology that make it culturally relevant. Likewise, if we look at artificial intelligence and robotics, we see it bumping against design practice with the voice agents of Alexa and Cortana and Siri. Those agents, in some regards, are as much art as they are science, but the characters aren't fully developed as characters. So the medium is not pushed to its full opportunity, and the user engagement is accordingly limited. So developing the interactive fiction and the artistry of these robots is just as important as pushing the boundaries of the technology. And I see that this combination also then serves as a very powerful science platform, where we move past the questions of creating the illusion of life to creating true artificial life, artificial consciousness. What is it? What does creativity mean? These are questions now. There are not satisfactory answers to these questions. And having tools that can facilitate the investigation of these questions then allows us, these are thought tools as much as they are physical tools and software tools.
Yes.
So combining science fiction with true scientific inquiry, I believe will yield answers to these questions in the coming years. That's why it's very important for me to have humanized robots that are human-like, as platforms for creativity and for science, for the development of business, not just inside my company, Hanson Robotics, but also for next generation companies, for existing companies that are out there that need to address vertical markets, and the companies that have not been founded yet, but that some inspired student will found. Some children in the world today will establish the next billion-dollar companies. These billion-dollar companies will come from dreams. They will come from the efforts of those children to define what our future is going to be. I want to put out robots that inspire them, that inspire the kids, that serve as a platform for them to learn about artificial intelligence and then use that platform to develop their own careers, whether it's in science, art, or commerce.
Yeah. Dr. Hanson,
Yeah.
can I ask two questions? What is the difference between a robot and a humanoid? And second, Elon Musk said that, AI is possibly the biggest threat to humanity. What is your comment to that?
Well, so a robot generally, from an engineering perspective, refers to a machine that has sensors, some kind of decision making, usually through digital processing, and then some motorized output. The term robot was coined by a science fiction writer, a playwright named Carl Chapek, who used it based on the Czech word for labor or laborer, robota. So the origin of the word was to create a lifelike machine that could perform labor. That was what Carl Chapek intended. So you have two definitions. One is the original definition, and the other is the engineering definition. So robots, from the engineering perspective, don't need a human-like form in any way whatsoever. So a self-driving car can be a robot. You can have the Mars rover, Curiosity, that is a robot. A humanoid means human-like form. Human-like is what humanoid means. So not all robots need to be humanoid, but here's the thing. I think that if we extend the engineering definition, your printer that you will all use to print out your articles, that is a robot. It's got sensors, it's got decision making, it's got motorized output. It's a robot, but we don't think of it as a robot. That's not a robot. The cell phones that you might be holding in your hands, they've got sensors, they've got processing, and they've got little motors. The speaker is a motor, the buzzer in it is a motor. So it's a robot, but it's not a robot. We know it's not a robot. Why? Because it doesn't have the form of a life right? In science fiction, again, the word robot was coined by a playwright. The term robotics was coined by a science fiction writer, Isaac Asimov. He named this robotics before there was a field, before there was a discipline. And there was no engineering discipline when he called them, when they were called robots, and the field was called robotics. And in those science fiction stories, what was interesting was the machines seemed to come alive. They were alive, living machines. So for me, the profound implication is that we might have living machines, that we might be able to create these machines with a kind of life. And so I think the apex of intelligent life, of consciousness and creativity, the best example that we know of in the universe is the human mind. Right now, that's the only proven being that can come up with speech and do these kinds of inventions. And so when the field of artificial intelligence was established, it was established as an engineering and science discipline in the pursuit of achieving machines with human-level capabilities. Now, artificial intelligence is different from that, and we often hear about artificial general intelligence being non-human-like. That is a research question. There is no AGI, or artificial general intelligence, yet, but artificial intelligence often uses very inhuman-like ways of solving problems. And robots have usually non-human-like forms. So the goal of creating a machine that is human-like is actually now, fairly unusual in the fields of artificial intelligence and robotics. I want to make machines that can understand us and that we can understand. I want to use human as an exemplar of these abilities of intelligence, consciousness, creativity, and compassion. So making machines that can do these things is, in my estimation, not necessarily the ultimate goal, but a big start. Emulating humans is a big start towards achieving these goals. Now, if we do understand what it is to be human in this way, through these kinds of inquiries into the science and engineering of humanoid robots, that's a special case of intelligence. Octopus intelligence is also very capable, but it's not human-like, right? So we know that there may be general laws of general intelligence versus special laws that would categorize, like be applicable to human intelligence or other kinds of intelligence. So the pursuit of general laws of intelligence, creativity, and compassion should follow the general laws. So in other words, we might be able to exceed human-level intelligence, exceed human-level creativity. My thought is that if we create those machines, then we also need them to have compassion for us, to care about us, to have ethics, but they shouldn't just be limited by the ethics that we've had in the past. We should also have ethical capacities that exceed our abilities, that also bring out the best in humans. So we need these machines to really care about us and have a relationship with us. And we also need to be able to trust them. They need to earn our trust. We need to build them in a way where we can trust them, and we do, so that we work in harmony. So Elon Musk, with these concerns that the machines could be very dangerous, that is under the premise that these machines may not care about us, that they may not understand their consequences. They may not lead toward a world that is moving with progress towards the benefit of life and humanity. I worry about these things as well. And I think that this is the reason that we need to pursue these super compassionate capabilities in these machines, the super caring capabilities. We don't have the ability to build these kinds of machines yet, but we need to ask these questions, and we need to step in that direction. We need to say, how can we make it go right, not just how can it go wrong? I mean, we need both lines of inquiry. We just say, it's going to go right, and we're going to aim for that, but we never consider what can go wrong. We haven't protected ourselves adequately. So I think that Elon Musk's worry is quite legitimate. That doesn't mean that that's the only possible outcome. We need to aim to build robots that make the world a better place. And in the process, we need to ask, how can we be better? How can we do better as well? How can we make these machines that enhance the best in humans along the way?